Getting this one started then. We do have on the blue side, starting in the defense, the 100 Thieves. And Daps' boys looking to make a dent on their pistol foray.
No subtlety to their lean towards Banana at the top there, but I quite like this attention to detail over towards the apartments. Gratisfaction should have pretty backed out of that, got, I don't know, caught on the door or stayed a little too long. Some trying to even capitalize further. That's on a knife's edge, taking that fight towards quad.
There's two smokes left here. Now they have boiler control. They could send one over towards Mini Pit or Moto, depending on where you're from, and an archside smoke as well, and then head up quad and just hit the site. They don't have to do anything too tricky here with a number advantage early.
Jikias looks good for one. Smoke will force the nade out of him. It should catch a big chunk of damage onto Automatic. No armor, no hope. Az has found a head. Looking to get away. Does get into the cubby, but they have taken the site.
Bomb going down. It's got to be good. Nice little freebie for Kusta. Almost just checks the back. Low HP Azza. Always going to be claimed. Always going to be happy with it. But the two play back in. We do have the kit, which is a big benefit, but they need something to start this off with. A 2v4 playing back in just...
Here we go.
I guess that's the starting step. Jacob finding Kusta is a good way forward. The other players are tucked towards the side, barring Som. So Jacob's play is great. He needed that, though. Bentet still stands in JKS, caught in between a rock and a hard place. And for now, Gen.G getting the first on the board.
Yeah, I like their attempt, though. That was, I mean, the hardest frag was found, which was onto Pick, closing the site through the smoke. Nice elevation over the box. It is convert nicely, though, for the Gen.G squad. They'll get there first.
Now, the Thieves do love a good force buy usually, so let's see if they want to go for one here on the CT side. You can see that smoke they were using just to obscure vision from the site so they could take the fights towards Pit, but then it became a bit of a problem. So let's see, will it be the force buy? Yes, it will. I think they were a little bit timid in some of the rounds over there on Nuke, so it's good to see them going for this type of play early. Smoke towards the half wall. That's going to cut off any early aggression. Hold the tease at Bay and Banana. You can see once again Gratisfaction in the boiler room. Usually on the pistol rounds he would be rocking a CZ. He went for the USP that time round. I was unable to get anything done, but he's got it in his hands here. So let's see if he can pull off some magic. Rotation will be back on over and we go to the standard 2-3 CT-sided split as Gen.G are just posturing across the map here, making sure they don't take too much damage, finding out what type of buy they're dealing with. And then normally once you get Banana control, if you can get it relatively early in the round, the CTs aren't being too pokey and proddy, setting up for an execute with Molotovs is quite safe. But Gen.G only have one to work with now and maybe B won't be on the menu.
Yeah, and I'm going to start getting more nervous about the Gen.G squad in this round the more the clock ticks down. For now, it looks like the fight's coming to them. They re-aggress, and it looks like Kusta does manage to catch Grap pure through the smoke. Speculative shots connecting. And that was the unarmored player. The rest investing fully, of course, saving for that AWP in the buy. CT's gambling over towards B, interestingly enough, considering the bomb still just tucked in away. It was actually Bentet's initiative to hide the bomb when they went for the re-aggress middle, so they don't have the info and have stacked the wrong site.
Yeah, those flashes coming out from Daps are going to keep selling the story that it's the right place to be for these three. As unable to kind of unlock himself away from it, but here we go. Yeah, it's got to land some big shots to do anything to hamper this round, and I don't think it's going to come through. So Bomb's going to go down pretty unscathed. They're still checking, obviously. They're still going through the motions. We know it's free, they don't. So Bomb now down, and Dapper's going to know he's done his job here.
I just want to point out a little detail from this round. So I said there weren't too many Molotovs to work with, and over towards that bicycle position just below Kusta's feet. You see the smoke fading right now. Instead of throwing a Molotov there, you're seeing teams now just starting to throw a smoke, right? Because the CT, when he gets mollied, will drop a smoke at his own feet, and then he'll play around it and use it as a one-way. But if you drop a smoke that's going to be a little bit funky, because you'll notice those bike players, they sit there, they're looking at the ground, they're holding it out like a little gremlin, and then they drop it so they know exactly how it's going to puff on up. But if you're throwing a smoke and they having to jostle around in the smoke, they've lost themselves, they weren't expecting it, and you can just leave him. Just say, all right, you can stay in the pit. Daps apparently wanting to take something of his own there. We'll give away a MAC-10, not the worst thing to be losing here. And it will be the save for the Thieves. So Jacob can either drop that MAC-10 across or the Deagle, whatever he's feeling. Gratisfaction held on to $1,000 going into that round because he will be opting to get that AWP up in the first gun round when we get there in round number 4. But look, there's a couple of flashes. There's a couple of nades. This one I won't completely write off just yet.
Give me some HEs down Banana. Give me a quick early kill.
Bit of early damage is always nice, isn't it?
They've got two.
They've been getting a lot of banana control relatively.
There's your banana nades going over towards B. Not going down Banana yet, but they might do.
They're in the right place, certainly, and I'll get excited about
I
that.
haven't even heard it. Here we go.
they going to do it over the roof? How do we? What type of nades, guys? What are we looking for here?
It's going to be a kill, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Somehow, they've got the trigonometry all calculated.
I'd be amazed if we can go a whole round discussing the theory of 2 nades right now. Because one's
Pretty much
just
all
gone.
you can do, actually, at this point in time.
Well, Jacob's thrown his.
It's gone.
Oh.
And he didn't do any damage. Can JKS do one better?
I do see a smoke and a nade flying through the sky towards the B site. The Fnatic smoke at the front of sight. Not going on it, though.
At this point, though, I mean, the T's, I'm just seeing how cautious they are. There is that 5-play stack towards B, right? So it's just,
Yeah.
Can they keep that in mind?
Let's just talk about the burritos we had. So Alex and I had the Chipotle crunch.
No crunch, though.
There was no crunch.
Absent of
they
crunch.
forgot,
What's
Put
the
nachos in it
or,
for crunch.
but did they, you know, kind of dissipate
No.
through time?
No,
It could have just
Sure?
been, it could
I'm
have just been
positive.
soggy nachos. Did you check?
definitely
You were
wasn't.
pulling it apart?
Yeah, I was taking a bite
I
and
just
To
looking.
be fair,
Nailed it,
all
bro.
right, can I rat you out a little bit here, Chad?
Uh-oh.
You can't handle the spice.
No, I was
Chad
sweating
was
a bit.
Sweaty mess.
I asked for the
Cheeks
less...
rosy,
Well-
perspiring.
My cheeks are rosy because I'm happy, Lauren. You
That's
know?
Bloody lie. I almost forgot I was on there, but that was also an absolute lie.
Well, we talk about my emotional state more often than we probably should. I don't even know what it is anymore. Am I happy? Am I sad? What's going on?
Welcome to the human race.
But yeah, look.
Here it is.
So Thieves right now just want to do any damage they can.
That nade's still there.
I really fear for Kustas Galil. And looks like Som taking a bit of a risk here. They're going to get a couple of rifles. My God, now that's an AK and a Galil. They're going to have to get the frags, otherwise that's a very powerful save. JKS has recovered at one of them. So Gen.G, this is their round, and that goes without saying. The rest, however, is not yet confirmed. There it is. That's the rifle taken back out of the hands. And these frags, if they keep coming, will secure the round cleanly for Gen.G. That's
There we
it.
go.
That's what we needed to see. 3-0, no rifles saved, and bringing in a lot of cash to Splash. Not the same for the CT. So Grat, he's been biding his time.
Yeah.
3 rounds have passed for this weapon. The easiest and best weapon in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and he's got to do some serious damage against some very coordinated players here to get them out the starting mark.
He needs to find it. He doesn't have to go aggressive and find a pick, but he needs to find success, right? Because if you're going to save up for this weapon, if you're going to not be force buying with the rest of the team, you're an AWPer in a squad for a reason. So we expect a little bit out of him here. So it will be a 3-man B lane coming in early from 100 Thieves. They want to establish this banana control, smokes, molotovs, all that jazz. Down towards the bottom, it will be holding Gen.G at bay, who don't want to get in there and get licked by the flames or hit by the nades. They will eventually take Logs control, and this is the back and forth we've come to expect over the last couple of years. Good
chunk of damage. That was 2 nades towards the Logs position, leaves Som bleeding internally at spawn. Swaps out for a Galil, accepts that he won't be contributing more in this one, and just a wide swing. The timing did not favor Bentet there. Jacob happy to take himself a man advantage and can smoke off to enable a redeployment. They've got JKS on sandbags, and he'll be baited in by Jacob.
Yeah, to be fair, Jacob and JKS for a second were kind of trapped at the top of Banana, but no one could capitalize on that. And for now, they fall back for free, and the T's kind of left shook a little by this. They are still able to fashion something, I'm sure, but the utility is far from great. A couple of smokes and a flash or two is kind of meek.
I like the choice on B, though. They've boosted one up, so now as soon as there's any more contact, JKS can either disappear, drop a smoke, and rotate back. That boost does enable them to be very fluid, but the bomb's on the way towards B, and I think JKS caught something. Is he ready for the walk up? Oh, barrel spotted. This is going to be messy. Finds the head, as does Azza on the other side of the map. 2 left, and just 30 seconds to find something.
Great stuff there. This should be the lockout.
When the Counter-Strike seems uninteresting, you know, that's a good CT. They've played that one well.
I loved seeing Azza shut down Kusta over by the arch. Yeah, it is just to deny any presence. Now, Som can try something, but he was the one who tried so much damage.
Oh.
Why was he so desperate to bang it?
Yeah, I don't know. Ain't that a question? I'm sorry. I'm used to online broadcasts.
Everybody,
No one's
come
awake
on.
at this time. We
That's
don't
true.
do clips.
Yeah, honestly, it's a
all
really good idea that they put us on the late shift so
No,
that we
it's
can kind
not.
of say all the
good.
nasty
After the
things
watershed,
first.
yeah.
All the more politically correct people are awake at this time.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. All the Australians are asleep.
Oh,
You can't
sure,
get
you're
away
right.
with anything. But look, I think that round right there from Gen.G after they lost the opening kill and they didn't get control for free, it felt very, I want to say, old school Fnatic-esque, right? You kind of limp out across the map, hope that you can hold rotations at bay. If you find a kill in transition as you're poking and prodding on the other side, then you can fall back because we know Inferno, those rotations can be quite quick. But look, a number disadvantage and you're strung out and you can't execute, it's a hard one to win. So that should have been a 100 Thieves round. So good stuff from them. But let's see if Gen.G can bounce on back. So this time round, did Som? Okay, he's shown himself. He's thrown a Molotov, and now he's gotten out of dodge.
I was getting a little excited for Som for a second there, and oh, we have got the coloured Molotovs. Love that, Vlad. Thank you. They're gorgeous.
Oh, what a guy. Som's actually wormed his way up a little bit. Did Jacob spot him at all? I don't think he did.
No, and
so
that Mac 10 hurts here.
Yeah, that could do some work, even if it's a trade on its own. I don't mind that at all. Now, Bentet's on the switch. Stunner. Absolute #1 stunner from Bentet. You're going to take that every day of the week. That's going to put a bit of pressure. Az has been kind of swinging back and forth for the 100 Thieves, trying to tuck in, but they know that people have been lurking on the arch as well. Just last round, Kusta was there, and now you're back at it again with Daps over that side.
Open.
Tim success. Huge B's theirs. Bomb is down at the bottom of mid, but it's on Az. This is... When did Daps become the man to be just doing 180s?
Look, you just said, Chad, you mentioned a Fnatic round.
Yeah.
That couldn't look more like a Fnatic round. They're pushing B. B's open, but they're also on A, and they've killed A as well. And you know what? If you can get away with that, do so every single round. Everyone hitting their shots.
Oh, okay. The buy's just come on in here. We will get the replay, but
Let's see the second shot.
he was setting up a pop flash, right? And that is one of the worst timings to go on down with right there. So Gratisfaction didn't even get to have his big green out. He didn't even get to use it before he gets taken out of the equation. But Thieves have opted to buy. I just caught the buy there before we went into this replay, and this is worrisome. We saw them get caught in the force buy situation earlier. If they're unable to make this one competitive or turn it around, we have a lot of problems here on the 100 Thieves side of things. So Gen.G are looking hot to trot here in the early stages. They win this one, they're going to be running away with a very early lead.
Glass cannon AWP for Grap. Very vulnerable to any of the nades that they could be thrown his way. Just like that one. Just tickles him down to 74. Banana control will be theirs, and so that denies a lot of information for the CTs. As soon as Som can just sit himself there, the rest of the action can happen on A. Stops those defenders from being able to rotate and have that information. So purely trying to keep the CTs here. They'll just park one of their players. So Som's been given that responsibility, and the sound cue indicates the smoke was a success.
This is much heavier lean towards A, though, isn't it? You look at this one last time, obviously they were toying around with B, they had the 2 there. So they've set the standard, but Azza this time on the switch up. Last time over by CT Arch, this time boosted up above quad, but this hasn't hampered the T's. They haven't slowed down particularly. They're just looking towards a new direction, switching it up, but Azza's here as well. Mobile on the way, smokes come in. He's got a good idea what's coming. Sees 2, unflashed as well, unfazed. He's going to get to double dip on this. Som and Daps better be ready.
Yeah, great incendiary. It's forced the smoke out of them. The flash is in support, but Kusta's found it from elsewhere. He provides the support. 4v3. 20 seconds for Gen.G to get that bomb down. Liaz still stands vigilant on the site. That's the fight he had to win, and there's a second coming. Automatic will shut him down and enable the plant to come in from the very same. It's the 2v2. Kusta just going to be playing safe on Graveyard. You can see his beret is just beneath the line of sight. Calculated position onto that step, making sure he is remaining completely invisible. You can see from the 2 angles, both should be looking for him, and now he reveals himself. It's perfect. What an afterplan from Gen.G.
Loved it. Honestly, Kusta coming through apps at that timing.
Couldn't be better.
Just crunching on Azza, because you felt as though he was holding back that CT Arch. That was going to be his.
And them putting out that incendiary, if I'm Azza, I have to address that. I hear that sound cue. Kusta peaks at the same time. Put you in the oven, because you're done. That's not... Wait, why would you put
a
food
fork in it?
Yeah, thank you.
That's a Chad saying that I stole. I take that to other games.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I've ripped that on.
I stole that from, I think it was like Art Attack in like 2003.
What, put it in the oven, it's done.
Stick a fork in it. Yeah. There's some girl from Ipswich.
We always seem to talk about Art Attack. I swear, every
I love that.
Like it was a great show.
Was it Neil Buchanan?
That's the one.
Yeah.
I like the vampire that he did with Salt. For like one of the...
I don't remember enough.
I remember so much of
Childhood trauma's really blocked out a great deal of it, but
you had to put Art Attack in the cupboard. That's a shame. I like...
No. It's always worth a rewatch.
Som's found a head. Not much that they can do. This is a very horrible position to be in. All the utility in the world about to be thrown upon you. You've only got an unarmored pistol and a little HE on your belt loops. It's not going to get you far.
Yeah, this is another one of these gimmies that we talk about. This should be a clean one, or relatively clean from Gen.G here. They already have lost automatic, but I find it very hard to have anything to worry about when there's 56 seconds left on the clock and you have a 4-on-3 advantage with a bucket load of utility and the better weaponry. So it shouldn't get too sloppy unless somebody on the Thieves side of things can do a multi-kill. Damage done. JKS pushed back. Molotov's coming over now. It's still not even all of the team of Gen.G. It's just 2 players just prodding on in. They're going on a little search and destroy mission.
It's working out wonderfully. I mean, if ever you were going to send someone in first, it would be Ben Tet. Eyes on a swivel. Calling B site clear. There's 1 player left lingering around, and JKS going to try and use that smoke to his advantage, try and catch the timing, but perfect. Daps was prepared. Bomb will go down, and Gratisfaction has got a lovely little angle into construction, hoping to find one on the way out.
I'm kind of rolling my mind back. Classically, how does this map sit between these two? Like, is this actually a strong... Because they've never faced on it, right?
Yeah, so...
But individually, is there any lead? I actually don't know.
It's the most played map for Gen.G.
Okay.
But that doesn't necessarily mean it's their most successful map. Yeah, so Mirage for them is towards the top of the pool. That's the one that the Thieves have been taking away when they're matching up in best of 3s. But for 100 Thieves of the past, I really like some of their T-side stuff. They had really good banana control rounds. Their CT sides normally on that B-bomb side, Jacob and JKS do fantastic jobs of getting multi-kills to lock it on out.
And in the sample size of the 3 they've played in the 3 months, they have got a larger share of their rounds on the T side. It was like a 66% of their rounds won in those 3 games were on the T side. So certainly it does correlate with what you're saying, that they are a T-sided success on Inferno. But, you know, that doesn't matter how great your T side is. It will be insufficient if they cannot find something on these weapon rounds. We're back again. The AWP is out, and Azza has just thrown his body down Banana. That nade could finish him.
Oh,
no, it was his teammate as well. Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be a frustrating way to lose your in-game leader.
This is, they need a pause after this round. No matter how this one goes, everybody needs to take a deep breath, right? We're already going to be 8 rounds deep once this one concludes, and we're just seeing fumble after fumble. It doesn't seem cohesive. Gen.G are kind of limping around the map in pairs and getting away with free picks. 100 Thieves, very timid, very... Well, that wasn't timid at all, was it? Maybe too aggressive.
Yeah, I think Azza just slapped his hand on the W key.
Yeah, well, this is the mix-up they need. Grat finding one, so bomb down?
That is bomb down. Grat's playing close quarters. Kusta again in apps. It worked out for him once, and it works out again. Such quick reaction times, and automatic again. Lines up for Grat, steps into the line of fire. Jacob responsible to stop this bomb from being recovered. A gap. Potential to exploit. He knows there's one. He hears the pin pulled, but he can't find it. This aggression is not being rewarded anywhere.
They're losing everything. Chad, where's the timeout? It's got to come in.
It has to.
It has to come in.
Yeah.
This is disasters on all fronts.
There it is.
Thank God. I mean, you're right. They're winning nothing, and mistakes, fumbles, bits and pieces going wrong.
The CT side economy, right, it's very difficult. When you have max loss bonus, you can see right here, there's money, but there's not enough money, right? They want to buy something a little bit more expensive, and well, right here we go. We're getting the replay of this. So he's taking on the damage from the T side Molly, and he's sitting here. You don't want to stay in no man's land, right? You don't want to get spammed. You want to get towards logs. He's a little bit worried, limps forward.
The spread.
Oh, it did spread.
Yeah.
A touch of spread.
And do you see the CT smoke that put it out as he died? That's even more salt in the wound.
So
Poor
many
old
Twitch
Azza.
emotes could be made from just these webcams of just like generic sadness, getting team naded,
Just
knifed in the back.
On the Twitch emotes, Lauren, I don't know what any of them mean, so if they make more, I'm going to know less.
Wait till you get into better Twitch TV. That's the real one.
Rush keeps telling me about
FA
that.
jammers. When I say it out loud, it really doesn't hold any validity, but does it ever?
Okay, so this is another one of these half-buy situations. Now, look, let's assume that they won't win the round. Let's assume that Gen.G get 8, but we need to see some signs of danger for Gen.G, not everything going in their favor, which seems to be the way this game is trickling at this point. Nobody on Thieves has more than, what, 5 kills right now? So it's not a competitive game by any means. 73 ADR on Liaz is the absolute most. Getting away with murder here is Benta. He's just marauding up Banana.
Feels like he's going through the motions.
Yeah, this is
normal
like,
banana take.
It's like, I was going to say something else then. It's dry running with opponents on the other end.
Certainly, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how it feels at times. 4 of them up banana at this point in time, and it's surprising not to see them follow through, but they can just go anywhere. I mean, they can go anywhere they want. Up towards middle. Only a CZ in his hands. Liaz needs 1, and maybe even a 2. That's not too shabby. Unfortunately, no follow through. AKV57. And the likely outcome is put on the board. Poor old Justin on the wrong side of the map with nothing but a P250. And so this will be 8 for Gen.G. I will remind you, this started, this whole series started with a 7-0, if not 6-0, 100 Thieves on Vertigo. They converted. Nuke, Gen.G convincing, and here we find ourselves 9 rounds in with an 8-1 lead for Gen.G.
This is the upsetting part, because it feels like that Vertigo game was a lifetime ago now, right? Like the style, the power, the confidence you had, the boys just popping off, they're running it, the aggression was in the right place, even on the CT side, it was all looking like, okay, we're in for a sick game. Then we, obviously following into Nuke, we're like, all right, Gen.G's turned up, their T-sides look good, we're getting a little bit of everything. And how can we sit in a third map like this? I don't feel it's right.
I'm not ready to start completely writing them out of this.
No, I'm not, but I need a sign of life.
No, like the sentiment from Chad is.
I am. I'm writing them
You're
out.
allowed to be.
And let me give you the synopsis as to, is synopsis correct in this?
You can, yeah.
Let's use it. In this situation right here, 100 Thieves had commanding lead on the first map. Everything was going good, confidence through the roof, JKS winning clutches, everybody popping off, looking really, really good. Then they had a couple of fumbles to close, but eventually they did. So the frustration for them was starting to creep in. Let's just close, let's close, let's close. They closed, but Gen.G were getting back into the game. They were playing more rounds, players warming up, getting confident, going into Nuke. Our pick, boys, don't worry about map number 1, all that jargon going on through. They win that map. Kusta has an absolutely bonkers round. He's going to be, teeming with confidence. And now on Inferno, CT side, 100 Thieves, they're finding themselves in the washing machine, or I guess the dryer.
Look at
the
this.
tumble
This
dryer.
banana has just been roasted.
Floor looks toasty.
It really does. I think that was almost all of the Molotovs and incendiaries we get. We have 2 left in the server, make it 3 on Liaz. Okay, so lots of Molotovs from both sides. They were battling and vying for banana control, and you can see that JKS has managed to profit. He can now call banana clear, and the A's setup can be refined. You can see the rotate coming in from Jacob. They'll posture JKS alone for the info. And now we prepare for an A take.
They've got everything in the right place, right? Like, this is the one. They've got
That's
the 4 players here. They've
Grat's
got the
gonna get one.
Grat.
Oh,
no. Don't fall apart. Grat, this is off. This is so off kilter. Liaz is luckily grabbing onto this with both hands. He does not want to let this one slip. Jacob's still being played in off the back of it, but they're not out of danger yet. Daps, Som, and Automatic still standing. The play back in.
Liaz did everything there.
And they have the bomb, and they're out. They're out of dodge. B's open. This one here's another one in the books. Grat's not going to get over there in time.
Som's already set the smoke up.
He's got
everything.
control. Liaz now on low HP. It's just falling apart at the seams.
Grat's going to be kicking himself after that one. Quad side, AWP, A take. That's his chance to...
Time.
Wait, the bomb went down? How did...
No, the bomb's now in Som. It got caught through the smoke. Just looks like Grat could actually do something else here.
Come on, Grat.
Nope, never mind. Waiting for his teammate. Makes sense. Plenty of time, and they do have a kit. That kit is on his teammate. That's the shot he needed to hit. Gratisfaction secures the round for the 100 Thieves, but my goodness, it's not going to be one that fills them with confidence. It says, more of that, boys. I don't want to see that one again, boys. Good handle on the retake. Liaz with 3 crucial frags, and between the 2 of them, they did pull home round 2.
What do you reckon you could buy with about $15,000, Lauren?
Ooh, I don't have that sort of money, Chad. I live in poverty.
Well, that's what Automatic has before he buys into this round. And then you've also got Daps, Som. They all have a truckload as well. So gun rounds are plenty. And if they continue to get the bomb down here on this Gen.G side of things, they're going to be able to continue to buy for basically the rest of the game. This is the one I was... Yeah, I wasn't certain on what happened there. How... I'm curious as to how he hit that shot. I would love
that
to.
Redemption,
yeah, that's from the whiffs he had earlier. That he needed that one.
He did. He's going aggressive. Wants to try and shake it off. Taylor Swift would be proud. Not quite going to come in just yet. Juzzy's on the. Damn it, Alex. JKS is
Juzzy.
on the scope. Can't keep calling.
It's Chad's fault.
I mean, I've heard people that have never spoken to Chad call Flamey Flame Dogger. That's from that boy over there.
Sorry, everyone.
Poor old Flamey, baffled.
Yeah, he still doesn't know. He's like, those English say my name. So weird. Flame Dogger.
They get Boomich right, but they can't get
we
this.
do. That's true. Umbla. Jacob. Lovely with the FAMAS. He can't surely get out.
Oh,
JKS is trying to keep him safe. Wallbang's running out of chances. Jacob! That is heaven sent. A triple kill with a FAMAS. Trying to get 100 Thieves heels dug into this first half of our final map. And they needed this one, a triple kill. First it was Liaz in the round before, now Jacob's the one to take the mantle. Triple kill necessary to shut down Gen.G's pace.
This just makes me nervous. I look at, you know, Liaz did it over towards A, and now you've had Jacob on the other side doing the same thing. And I just get nervous. But for now, this round looks like it's somewhat summed up. It looks like it's safe. It looks like it's okay to be kind of put in a box and, all right, we've got, you know, it's not a lot of life, but it's life. But it's 25 seconds and automatic. He's got 7.6 in the bank. He can do what he wants. It doesn't really matter. If he can cost them weaponry, even better. Not to be, JKS. Calm. Even after that first little bit of pressure that came up on Banana.
The double op setup, it makes sense. Obviously, Jacob had to bail out that situation right there in the FAMAS, but the double ops makes sense because what we were talking about earlier from Gen.G was these limp-in plays, right, where they were kind of walking 2 guys up top Banana, having a couple guys walk up mid, and they were taking fights and they were winning the duels. Now, Grat, he's missed some sitters. JKS, we haven't seen him, well, other than that last frag of the round, they're connected with the AWP. But now that you know this is in play, right, here becomes the problem. I would be looking for the pace change for Gen.G. Potentially go for 4 players into alt middle, set yourself up and execute, overwhelm that AWPer, and then put the pressure on the riflers to have to convert with multi-frags, or go in harder towards Banana, right? Like, this situation was one at a time. You could see here Jacob was offered up 1v1 fights because of this sandbag position and the utility that they were throwing on down. So, yeah, if you have a pocket strat right now on the Gen.G side of things that's a little bit quicker or a little bit more organized, that's how you can deal with AWPs. Money aplenty, no problems there. So let's see how they want to approach this one right now. Oh, I think we've got somebody lagged out in spawn.
No,
he's back.
Now.
All right, he's back.
Gravy.
Over, maybe just a little extra buy at the shop. Didn't quite catch who it was. I think Som's now back in action. We do see a T-smoke drop just to keep him safe from the Molotovs, but not safe from the nades. That's going to hurt.
God, they really wanted that Banana control. They're being so much more proactive and the pace to it. But as said, those nades came through at the right time. JKS is actually sticking around on this and plenty of damage on the T's, but they do still stand for now.
I'm not sure if that was a nade or the wall bang. Som an automatic down to 50. He's been loving this smoke. Does completely nullify that coffin spot, so stealing that, thank you, Som. Does, of course, have potential to be played around if anyone's brave enough to walk up, but look at their A setup. That's one straight out of the Chad Birchall playbook.
But why? I think Lauren's bang on. Why is Jacob rotated away here? JKS means it has to play retake with the AWP. One smoke towards coffins, a good flash. He's done. We'll have to hold on back. There is utility aplenty on the A players, so yeah, it must be a retake coming in play here.
That's a great shot, but he knows the site is lost. He does have a Molotov. Could stop the default plant. I would love it if that incendiary leaves his grasp. They can plant elsewhere, of course. The rotate's on his way. Thought he was lining up some absurd wallbang, but default plant now in. Som on the boxes makes a retake from JKS very difficult unless he has a partner in crime. Does so now. 5 players for this retake, Lauren.
T-side has 0 util left as well. Absolutely nothing to hold this back with. So whatever's on the board now is it. And the time's against them now, of course, is ticking down until those CTs flood back in, and they're chomping at the bit. Here comes the util, the mollies, the nades, it's all flooding in, the smokes go up, the mollies go down. Bentet's the first port of call here. It looks like Kusta's ready to swing on it too, holding coffins for now. And here comes the play, but they've got to move. As is there, Gretafax, he's got some of it, but where's Daps? Oh, come on! Oh, he's done him! He's done him! He's absolutely done him!
Pack it up.
That was such a perfect summary of this game.
He was like, and the fact that he was just like so reserved with the bullets, he didn't like spray in for like just, you know, until reload. He just like takes his time. Oh.
They were trying to be human shields. You see them all this leaping in front of the diffuser, throwing their body. Just take me instead, please. Lord God, Daps. Look at Jacob. They're all throwing their body. No, take me instead. He gets them all. Yeah, okay, Chad. Now I'm on board. Now perhaps hope may be lost. We know the Thieves have had struggles with hard lost rounds. That one's going to really throw a spanner in the wrench. Spanner in the wrench?
Yeah. Yeah, a spanner in the works.
What do you say?
You're getting better.
Put it in the oven.
You're getting better with the tools, Alex.
Guys, I haven't done any commentary in like 8 weeks.
You are getting better on the tools. I saw you using a screwdriver back at home.
I've lost the screwdriver that was in my room, by the way. I think we all had like a complimentary screwdriver upon arrival.
Sorry, what?
I have no idea where I put it. I know I was like, I'll need that later.
But no, they're in the basement, aren't they?
What? I'm not talking about home.
Sorry,
I'm
what are you talking about?
Oh, in the
right
hotel.
now?
There's a screwdriver in our hotel room?
I had one. I assumed it was a complimentary screwdriver.
I didn't have a screwdriver in my room.
Well, I've put mine somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Okay.
I'm so confused at this whole conversation.
Yeah.
Well, no, because he was talking about tools, and then Alex has been using tools at the house that we for those people, you should be aware, Lauren. We live together, Alex and I. I've seen Alex. We've taken apart beds. We've put together beds. We've moved lots of things around.
Right.
We were you know, home improvement kind of things going on over there. I
Remember
look.
Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen.
I know the name. Did he dance?
He did like the home improvement shows. You know, the guy who like turns.
Oh, the one that looks like a real default man. Like he's got like.
He was super flamboyant. He was like
not the rugged
crazy
man.
hair, like way out there.
Okay.
He was.
I was thinking of the rugged man that did the like extreme.
No. It was a good time back in the day. He used to, it'd be like, oh, Deirdre, once upon a time owned a horse like 20 years ago. We've made your whole house horse themed for you.
Oh,
like,
lovely.
my ride, like, yeah, I like kind of like my. I have a pet goldfish. They're like, we've made your whole car a goldfish bowl.
Literally.
Yeah, it's like, do you have any passions? It's like, no, actually, I just want a car. Could you just give me a better one?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Doesn't make good TV though.
You know how we were talking about the confidence being sucked out of the room for the Thieves from the previous couple of maps and rounds and situations, and really, when I say this, this is like, let me use an example. I was bad at Counter-Strike. If I had won a 1v4 situation when the scoreline was 8-3 and I should probably never have gotten away with it, it would crush the opponent's confidence.
He even had an AWP. He had an AWP in his hands, and he had just enough time to get it out, find the AK on the floor, and get his crosshair. Bearing in mind, it was already smoked. He had to find that lineup blind, so respect to Daps, because I've seen players higher fragging capacity than him struggle to find that lineup, and without that much pressure on him. So he has found that 9th in an impossible set of circumstances. So big respect to Daps, and now Liaz wants a bit of a fight. Straight up to ult mid, and Kusta's gone too.
Where's Azza gone?
Oh, poor Azza and Molotovs this game. He can't get a better stick of it here as well. There's look, I think that they can still lose this round.
Bite your tongue, young man.
Let's have a look. Let's see what Summon Automatic can cook up between each other. They've got, I mean, there's not much. They don't have much map control. I guess they could work something out though. With the removal of Azza, he has been dedicated mostly towards A. He was a little bit of a swing player at one point, but Jacob's kind of fulfilled that role. I
mean, you could justify Chad's statement there by just saying, the way the cookie crumbles here is it's 2-2v2s. Like, they will have that 2v2. There is no numbers disadvantage for Automatic and Som or Som-Tomatic. Deadly duo.
Oh dear, if they walk on in here and they trade, even just to get site control, a 1-on-2 post planet on the B bomb site, it's not impossible.
Yeah, he's on the second oranges though. He's boosted up. That's perfect. You can't really expect them to check it. Great hold from the two Thieves. Puts the 4th on the board, and they stabilize after what was a terrifying 9th for Gen.G to pick up. So back into the fray. That will throw a spanner, of course, into the works of Gen.G. Screw you.
Hey, at least they've kind of dwindled out the money, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's something.
Should be 5 and then a battle for the 6th.
I don't think it's a brilliant scoreline because we know of how it got there. I think that's the bigger thing, right? Is like knowing how those couple of rounds have been garnered.
Absolutely, but I mean the numbers are numbers. Score first to 16 and all that good stuff, and we know the Thieves T side is strong. And now Grat's faction found a fantastic opener. Look at them. They're hunting him down. It's perfect from Liaz. Arrives to support, knows that they're going to be bloodhounds for the weapons, but suddenly as the dust settles, we see the bomb retrieved weapons too. Som gets away with murder. He steals the AWP from under the nose of JKS. He's got the bomb, he's got the AWP, and he's got a teammate. This could still go wrong. My God, they want to fight. 2 from that side, 1 potential to wrap.
I'd hit the brakes for a second or two on the CT side and play a proper retake because this gets scary. Tim on the AWP now, switching it up, going to play it around, leave Som on the site and see if he can maybe create some magic here. There's a world in which it gets deadly. Som going to switch it up above the smoke. That's nice. Be creative. Find the small margin. And the damage is done, but it's not enough to swing the round just yet.
He knows.
Matic, he's got the right place, right time. But a smoke goes on the bomb, Alex.
Yeah, it's so tough. He's going to have to find Jacob. Yes, so quickly. It was Jacob to stop him in his tracks. Azza on the defuse brings home number 5. So Thieves, they're picking up all the rounds necessary to stay competitive into the second half. Admittedly, that was just on Gen.G's half. So we will see them coming in now with all the AKs and the goodies.
Top mid, though, should be a blender, right, in this situation, because Grat, when he kills Daps, Daps has a flash in hand, right? Daps was meant to be flashing top mid. The fact that they lost 2 players on either side of mid just to pistols, that should be real clean from the Thieves, but it's not working for them here today. They're whiffing shots. They're unable to get it done. Liaz and Grat were the A defenders. A was open. If Som actually didn't spend his time, they may have been able to set up a different post plant. So, last round of the half here. Let's see if we can end up with a 9-6.
More chaos. Yeah, it's very fast. Look at them. They're storming towards A. Liaz is about to be tested in a very big way.
They're pressuring exactly where it hurts. These two are put through their paces last time, but now they're ready for the challenge. Still more standing up. Faction gets pushed aside. It's Dapster to deliver. And now a 2v2. Bomb isn't planted though yet.
Yeah, and then they just landed on automatic. It falls to Daps. He's already found 2 sterling shots, though he doesn't look like he's prepared for Jacob in the off angle. And that concludes the half. What a turnaround for the Thieves, keeping things possible at the very least. And the final half of Counter-Strike for this evening is just around the corner.
Tell me if it's over, come a little closer. We should take our time to think this damn thing over. Should we grow closer? Should this be over? My heart for your mind, probably we should start over. Tell me if it's over, am I your lover? Are we going solo? Or is it polo? Her face is saying don't go. I'm acting like I don't know. Whisper my name, say what you want, show me your thoughts. I do the same, my breath on your neck while I slowly caress. Feelings in gray, it's still the same. Tell me if it's over, come a little closer. We should take our time to think this damn thing over. Should we grow closer? Should this be over? My heart for your mind, probably we should start over. Tell me if it's over, am I your lover? Are we going solo? Or is it polo? Her face is saying don't go. I'm acting like I don't know. Tell me if it's over, come a little closer. We should take our time to think this damn thing over. Should we grow closer? Should this be over? My heart for your mind, probably we should start
Under
over.
peach yellow skies, dreaming big and aiming high. Name the clouds passing by, wishing we run away. All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out.
Greetings, folks. Cologne 2020 online continuing with the North America Group A first bout for Gen.G and 100 Thieves. We are heading into the final half. It's Inferno, third map, and already seeing good signs of life from the Thieves to close it out, but Gen.G in firm control as we head into the pistol.
I'm going to say now, I want a really convincing start for the 100 Thieves. Just the thing is, the scoreline's fine. It's not even that bad. It's just that mental jump over. The last couple of rounds were good. The build back was there, but it was certainly shaky at times. So I just want a clean start for them. And so far, the trade out.
Oh.
Okay, bye-bye.
Clean. Certainly not going to be a word affixed to this pistol, but it's only just begun. Bentet's having a duel with Gratis Faction. He still can't find the bullets, and he's hunting him on the reload. Will find it. Daps is in support. Kusta baiting on sandbags. This could still be a rather exciting one. It looks like we've lost our primary POV cam, but we're getting the action all the same. It's like CGS, Chad's having PTSD.
Oh, I'm having flashbacks.
Get JKS with a 100 Thieves jersey on, and we're back as he's in a 1v2. 1 kill to his name already, and 2 more to find in order for that 7th in this pistol. No armor on Daps. If he hits the first bullet, he will find the frag. We're cooking. Long rotate as well for Kusta. Molotov, armor, and a USP.
Taking his time, though. JKS doing the same thing, doing what Kusta did on the other side. So a fun game of back and forth. The molly couldn't be more perfect. JKS, feet burning, fire under him, got to readjust. Swings on it, does it. Sick play from JKS, and he's going to love that one.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That all he had to do was show a little bit of leg to give up the position. You could see Daps had spotted it out there, and that Molotov, well, obviously it was spite. Well, Grad's happy with how that one played on outright there. They needed that, right? And now the Thieves have been able to walk away with... Why does he look so unimpressed?
I've never seen him not.
I know, but I just wish he would smile.
Neutral is better.
I know he's happy.
Neutral is better.
He's happy on the inside. I know it. I know it's in there somewhere. But the force spike coming out here, we won't see automatic holding on to 1,000 like we saw from Gratisfaction in the first half. He's going to keep 500 the name.
Did I miss the memo where all the pros are going to be buying the Mag 7 on second round force?
I'm not quite sure where it's come on through. I know in Danger Zone it's my favorite gun. But
Everyone's
I'm not sure
putting out the Mag 7. It was the
They've
same
been
in the
watching
European games.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's come back in fashion.
Yeah, they're watching your highlights, mate.
I guess there's some good
Bumping
highlights.
everywhere.
I know, I'm liking the highlights. People at home better be liking the highlights. But look, we do have 4 smokes in play here, so we should talk through the potency of those. Locking out choke points here as soon as, if they can hold on to them, what you want to do here is if you're over towards the B side, we have 2 players right now. If you can hold on to them till about, well, I was going to say sub 1 minute, that would be ideal. But once you feel threatened, once there's a bit of pressure, you have to drop those bad boys. So opting to boost on up and probably leave 1 player over towards B with a smoke.
They've got Justin working towards apps. They're going to have the main body of the assault working their way up towards brackets, but there will be 0 contact. If they just go quiet off this flash, they don't have numbers. They just know it's lost. And automatic, for some unknown reason, seems to have rotated his way to B. Yeah, he'll be scarpering now. Still remaining quiet, and the utility has been dropped. And there's this finish up, charging up long, using that smoke to great success. This is where the Mag 7 could do some work. Automatic actually shooting his teammate there.
JKS. Where's the players coming out from apps? There it is. Finally, Lias gets there. I was waiting to see that little bit of a pincer, that little bit of a crush from both sides. What we saw happen to Azra on the switch up there. Timmy hit the shot.
Down to 1 HP. He can't even jump off balcony now, I'm not sure. He's committed there. He has managed to get to pit, excuse me. But now, with Daps, Som, and very low HP on automatic, this is not a guarantee for the Thieves. 2 and a little bit on JKS. Time ticking. Not a single kit. This looks good for 100 Thieves now. They've just rotted the clock, and there's nothing that they can do. Can't contest, just looking to contain. They can save in pit. JKS can't, that's for sure. He's a goner. He'll go on a hunt, and actually he tags up Som. Imagine if Som goes down to the blast now. Looks like he's got time to get away.
JKS
does not. Preserving 2 rifles, and Daps wants to try and do something. No, a little too audacious for him. And so round 18, it's time to get back into the swing of things. It doesn't look like 100 Thieves are going to have any sweat into this one. Just going to be seeing that preserved Mag 7 and CZ.
You and Liaz are matching now, Alex.
How so?
You both have earrings.
Oh yeah, that's cool, I guess.
I just noticed on the picture, it reminded me.
I mean, I really, really need to find the right way to do my whole like Liaz Harry Potter thing. There's so many angles I have, like, you know, the boy who fragged, or like...
I
mean, you could literally do the boy who lived if, you know...
Oh, the boy who lived.
Like, you could actually just use the line.
He was the boy who lived.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't...
You know any of the spells names? Could you work them in?
What's the death one?
Vada Kedavra or whatever.
Vada Kedavra!
Isn't there like a Patronus spell in there somewhere or something?
Yes. Elohimora is the unlucky thing. God,
what's the one where you float things? Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Harry, stop. Stop it, Harry. Anyway.
God. Damn it.
Going to be seeing a little smoke dropped by the CT. Not CTs. Would be foolish to plural. Oh, I just saw 3 Molotovs fly through the sky. Look at that. The floor laden with flame, and there's 4 Ts coming in behind it.
It's living up to the name, right? You gotta set it on fire here. And for the CT side, they are well and truly locked out. And honestly, for 100 Thieves, be overboard. I don't care. Go through every single step you have to. JKS, don't use that. Don't do this. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Kusta's now got a gun back. Ain't much, but now Jacob fancies maybe giving one over.
Nah.
They've relayed it out there like little ants.
He's trying to bait that close wall player with his steps, and now with his back turned, this could be the punish. They're not looking to pick up the round, they're looking to take some of those AKs into their next. Ooh, he predicted it. Lovely from Jacob. Holds down the mouse one into the leaping head of Som. And there's more where that came from. So, lovely jubbly. No one's losing their life on that T side, and Thieves convert against the half buy from Gen.G. So 4 rifles into the next. We've got ourselves a 9-9 scoreline. Was 9-6 at the half. 3 consecutive from our Australian/North American representatives.
Strangely enough, or maybe not strangely, surprising, maybe for the viewers at home, is Daps is leading the charge here for Gen.G from that first half performance we have seen. Now, he's got 13 kills to his name now, 122 points of ADR, and I was mentioning, as the in-game leader, Daps is normally not one of the heavy hitters. He's normally down at the bottom of that scoreboard. So on the CT side, I'm expecting things to pick on up, but it will be this split we were talking about in the previous. Bentet and Automatic over towards A, Daps as the float, Som and Kusta locking down B. So simple stuff. And very reserved from the Thieves. The bomb is all the way back towards T-spawn. We've already got Boiler and Hall's presence with 1:30 left on the clock, so that's good stuff. Banana control or brackets control needs to be next on the agenda. And as the smoke is clearing here towards the bottom of Banana, potentially that'll be the next port of call. You don't need to be too greedy. One step at a time. You have Boiler, you have Halls, great. Get Banana control, great. Get top mid control. That's everything you need. That's the recipe for success here on the T side of Inferno.
So step 1, Banana control. Grat looking to be an option for the boost if he wanted to take that approach. That's great presence in mid. You know, there's at least a CT towards the arch. Steps made, smoke's being thrown. That might keep 2 CTs busy as they start to set up their assault towards the B site. So Fake certainly keeping 2 of them busy. I like the boost. Will be very protected from any flashbangs. You can see Daps. Oh no! He's whiffed it! And he might even be burning his teammate. It's a disaster. Some only gets 1. The B site is theirs. And that is an unfortunate tale of events and no lemony snicket to be seen.
Get out of there. Absolutely done for. I mean, the timing on that was actually pretty obscene.
Yeah, it was very contacty. I thought they might have gone for something with the Molotovs like we had seen in the previous, because they did have 3 in their back pocket, so they could have pulled something out a bit more regimented and rehearsed. But that pace change that they went for just there really caught them off guard, and you could see exactly what happened. Alex was bang on. The missed molly, well, you're already in enough trouble. The rotation's an island away. And that's going to be the round right here for the Thieves, and they're keeping 4 players alive. They're keeping a little bit of utility, so they can start to let this bank
Ding dong.
swell. I put the 2 together, and here's where we're at. But the AWP will remain. Rifles will be able to be dropped over. Benta and Kusta have enough to drop those so that Daps and Som can actually have utility behind this going into the next round. So things aren't in too much trouble right here. This game is probably going to be yet another close affair. Yeah, that's very good timing there. Couldn't have worked out better for 100 Thieves going into this one. Now, knowing that they might be a little... See, look at it. They know it. They know exactly what they caused. A little giggle right there. I think a pace change could come in right here as far as 100 Thieves. Like, I loved the fact that they were doing the default just there, but knowing that this buy might be a little bit hampered, you go for something maybe more aggressive. Liaz doing exactly that, getting ahead of the smoke.
It looks like Liaz is kind of continuing up here, but I want to see what the end goal is. We've got the bomb kind of in float. No one's really fully committing to much just yet. No aggression from the CT side either. Automatic kind of pushed off arch. So slowly the map's kind of been taken away a little from the CTs.
Yep, starting to apply the pressure, force their hand. Bombs leaning now towards B, as they're not convinced just yet.
It's important to note that the CTs are being very frugal with their utility, right? We still have 4 Molotovs in play. They're waiting for this hit to come in. They're not fighting for map control. They want to stop the 100 Thieves as they're pushing on in. So they're going to cause chaos as the execute comes on over. It's going to be the hit. It's not a double pump. They're going in.
Yeah, the Molotov's perfect, though. That incendiary on the other end of the smoke. They will put it out. They start the frags, and Gratis faction, he opens up the account. More where that came from on the other end of the smoke. They spray wildly into it now that he hears the sound cue, and he does have the lineup. Good damage, stops it. Som has contributed more than he needs to. And now Liaz is under a bit of hot pressure from that incendiary as well. Automatic beheaded. Big frag from the Norwegian.
Time for the plant to try and go in again. This is the double dip by now, and I wonder if the Coffins player swings again. They do, but this time Gratisfaction, well aware of Som's presence, and they try and make the play happen, but Liaz, with a successful trade, denies most of what was building. Bentet has to go to a level we hadn't seen. So nicely controlled in the end by 100 Thieves, just effective trading, it felt like.
That right there on the B bomb site is like a traditional smoke molly defense, right? When you see the tease nades come over, you drop your own, you try and stall them out, slow them, split that attack so that maybe a couple players make it across the pool, a couple are stuck towards top banana. But that was fantastic work from the Thieves there. Once that Molotov was dropped, Alex rightfully pointed it out, they extinguished it, which allowed them the avenue. The flashes were good. When site control came on in, as are going down through the Coffin's position, not the end of the world. They stayed poised. There could have been a problem there, but it will be yet another buy from Gen.G. They're doing a fantastic job of keeping these gun rounds coming, but they need to start finding some frags.
Again with a Mag 7, I need to find out where and who has made this happen. The Mag 7 must have done some convincing during that player break.
It was all about the alligator before, right?
XM was everywhere. So I mean, it's 1300 instead of 2K. He always says without knowing with conviction the XM.
Always
price.
take a stab in the dark.
Yeah.
It's all
I mean,
good.
yeah.
Someone will tweet at you and tell you you're wrong.
As always. I had someone tell me that like my price of the MP7 was like 2 years out of date, and I'm like, yep, that's probably the last time I bought it. Actually.
Okay.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, I dare say anything about any of the guns.
How dare you.
My knowledge is dated many a year back in Comfort, but a very
Ooh, this looks like a
cautious
fun
round,
little
but
lineup. Is
a
that
little
just
set piece.
the arch side? Very nice and easy for the Boiler player to contribute there.
It's drawn the rotations. They're definitely considering it. You've got Kusta kind of back and forth, but what are you meant to do with that gun if you're not already in place?
And this is a very risky maneuver. So late into the round, you're basically contacting up Banana. You have no idea how pushed up the CTs have been, but you're going to be very relieved to find no one logs, no one sandbags. You've got it. It's back. And now by denying that Banana control, knowing the CTs don't have that info, you can go to either assuming it's a gamble or trying to sell something yourself. They will smoke out towards Arch. But with 25 seconds, Lauren, I'm starting to get a bit concerned. We've got 10 hearts still beating, and it's 22 seconds to go. Good smoke. That will actually block off the pit player.
Bentet stopping Liaz is pretty big, though. Oh, these flashes, they've been hindered so badly. But JKS finding Som keeps them competitive in this. But Bentet is being a menace. He's working around those smokes so well. And even with the plant, it's down to Gratisfaction in, what, a 1v4? Never going to happen from that spot, and Daps denies it. And the ability to stay alive in pit, they were just staying throughout.
I think a lesson can come in here from the Thieves from the way that round was approached. They're getting map control, not for free, but they're not having to work extremely hard for it. There's not trades coming in. They're able to walk on up. And with that, they should potentially do what they did on that B-bomb site earlier, limp on in with more of a contact play, make it more of a surprise. When it's telegraphed, when you can see that the smokes and flashes are coming on over, Gen.G are doing a fantastic job of playing around that Bentet from the pit position, using the smokes against them. And here they're able to convert with ease. So a gun round, which was very important for Gen.G to stay in this one to make sure they can continue these gun rounds coming. The AWP will stay in play. It's actually a double AWP now, and Som will be wielding that one over towards the B bomb site.
Grat is in a position where he would be able to contest. Silent dismount, and doesn't look like they're going to be too thrown off by the fail of the first attempt on the new box boost. Made for the close half wall. Oh, but he finds him in the smoke of the HE. Pure instinct from Grat. Puts us at a man advantage for the Thieves. Seems that the second half, we knew that they had an affinity for the T side, but they're demonstrating that they're capable today as well. Definitely a new branch of comfort being seen in the server here as they do start the walk up.
Kusta.
It's a lot to do.
It's a lot of pressure. Smoke's coming in. It's not going to double dip on it. No. Molly's... He's considering being so close. Sitting anti-flash on this one. He's banking on Daps to keep gun out. Just deliver more than before. Kusta. Oh, the timing was so good. And Daps comes in as well. The timing was just good enough. And hopefully Daps can buy a bit of time here. Get some support. Maybe. He just doesn't need it. But Gratisfaction now down to the 1v2. Automatic and Bentet further out. So he's going to get a plant from this.
Step one. Step two, smoke the cross. It's actually an alternative smoke. He's going to just choose to play around it. Keep them guessing, burning through their utility. It's automatic on an AWP as well. This is very doable. He just needs to find Bentet first, and he has a chance for it. Just on the edge of the smoke, he would have heard the scope, though. Misses the shot speculatively. This is his second chance, automatic, not having any of it. All right, Gen.G back on the board. That was a slew of rounds from 100 Thieves, though. And now with two, both round 21 and now 22 in the bag. So 2 in a row from the CTs. It breaks the streak of 4 we saw from the start here on the T side from the Thieves. JKS looking... Oh! Can we classify that as a smile?
Chad is the definer of smiles here.
I get to be the one who...
I was more smiley than before.
I don't even know how to smile myself. Yeah, look, we'll give him something right there. There's signs of life. But now that we're at 11-11, double AWPs are known, right? So they know that that's the case. I spoke about it in the first half when the Thieves picked up the double AWPs. The way to deal with this is more of a set piece, right? Banana control is something that has been not offered up, but been able to get collected relatively easy so far. But when the AWPs come out, it means that you have to use more utility to take certain fights. You need a flash to push back a corner. You need to make sure you use the smoke to obscure vision. You can't just walk up in the same way as what you would do against rifles, because you could potentially either win that fight with the AK-47, 1 bullet to the dome, or get on away. And also going into this round for the Thieves, Liaz has had a bit of an omission with the buys here. He's down to the Galil. It's not the AK, so money now very, very low on the T side of things. Actually, both teams on a knife's edge right here.
Aggression towards Banana, 3 CTs, investing utility. It may just be a question of the utility coming from Daps so that the rest can hold on to it. And you can see, yeah, he's just dumped everything. All of the B players have still got every tool in their arsenal. Interestingly enough, they've got Daps sticking around. There must be a read here. Som flashed off the corner and it's going to be visible. Kusta, oh, this is going to be a lovely little off angle if they do choose to swing. Molotov might be enough to incite it. Burning. Liaz just going to continue to hang by that half wall, and here comes the fight. Oh, and they were unprepared. A double kill quick. Succession. It's Som, though, who quickly grabs firm grasp of the round again.
Just filthy, wasn't it? That was just nasty work from Som to be able to do that on the re-peek back in, but now Automatic needs a bit of that magic too. He's going to find it, but caught with his pants down on the way out. JKS not going to let that slip, but now we've got to look at Bentet. He's been solid over here, though. His successes have bought so much time, and again, he plays it patient. He can't really do much. He's smoked out, flashed out, everything coming against him, but he's buying time for Som. Now, these two have got to know where he is. He's not been subtle in his positions, and that's not subtle either. Som caught on the way up here. Nice proactive work from JKS, but it's Bentet to try and be the game changer.
JKS is in prime position. He'll swing on Azza's contact. It should be a perfect round from Thieves here. That's the contact, doesn't need his teammate. Great shot. Azza takes the head off Bentet for the 12th, and the Thieves will take the lead. Felt like oh so long ago, we felt like this one was all over. Not to be. The T-side prowess of the Thieves is carrying them into a competitive stance. Let's see that again from Som. First, lovely, but the second is where he should have gone down. Quick shot onto Liaz.
It would have been a shame for Thieves to lose around after those 2 big openings towards the top of Banana there. So good job on recovery in that 2v2. It could have gotten very, very dicey. And you can see, I said the money for both sides was on a knife edge. It's now Gen.G down to just the pistols here. Only 1 grenade, so we can't get as excited as what we did before. But this is a round that should be a Thieves round every day of the week. These pistols are potent, we know that, but there's no smokes in play. There's nothing here, no flashes that they could pop on out with. It would have to be just losing aim duels.
Doesn't happen. I don't...
No?
It doesn't happen.
What happens in the other game? Do people win the ecos?
Nah.
My usual metric is 3 Kevlar vests is a good start, but usually a Desert Eagle or 2 on a big name does get me more excited. Just the P250s and CZs. Close corners on Inferno, where the CZ can do work. You know, put a CT in boiler, put a CT in sandbags. It's all hot, it's all close, it's all viable. But regardless, with all these AK-47s, it does look a little foreboding for Gen.G in round 24. The 13th likely just a formality. And Bentet, talking of, that was a close corner, I forgot. Apps, another perfect. CZ, ratty corner, the timing's there. Good control, he's got himself an AK, could spiral, could spiral, but looks like it's been dealt with.
Tentatively.
They can plant, the rotate, all coming in from middle, so they'll just want to flood in, and then he can come and clean up, right? You want some P250 dinks, some weirdness, and then Bentet can do what he can. That's a long-range shot! Some through the smoke, hello?
I don't know what's just happened, and now these two are backed in the corner. This gets manic. These little Zerglings are rushing the site here. This is madness. And I mean, they've got armor still. They've got a little bit to work with, but they've got to go fast. I don't see a kit on them. They've got to make this happen. And just offering himself up was Dabs. Bentet's there, and it's Storm. But time.
He's got
A kit. He should have it.
He's got it.
I think he's got it.
Goodness. Just as you said, you don't see eco wins, Lauren. Gen.G show us how. Bentet in the server, ladies and gentlemen. Ferdinand. What a powerful man. That's 12-12. We're straight back into the game. I want to see that one again. Here are the Zerglings you can see gathering. and they did wait to the last moment just so that little seed of doubt, like maybe they're just saving the AK. Oh my goodness, here they are. And it was just overwhelming. That last frag and just enough time for the defuse.
Oh,
That's
no.
Yeah.
I want to see who did Som kill?
Through the first one through the smoke. I think that was in the graveyard.
That must have been a wild
That
shot
was
right
Phil's,
there
wherever
because
it was.
yeah,
They weren't close.
that kill was the one that opened the door, right? And this is actually going to be, well, the second last tactical timeout here from the Thieves as we get to the business end of this third map. It is getting late here, but B-Stream, as I mentioned, they are done. They're finished. Chaos 1-2-0. They beat Furia. No one would have thought. Furia, the best team in North America right now. It's insane. I don't know what's going on. Counter-Strike's in a fun place.
We're online, aren't we, Chad?
Fury are a very exciting team.
Yes,
though.
we are.
I feel like the personalities in that team as well, very, very exciting individuals.
Look at this, though. They were on what should have been a free round. Well, not a free round, but one of those rounds that we say that they should more than likely win, like a 95%, 90%, and now they're on eco.
Here we go. Liaz has given them a taste of their own medicine. Just charging up with that P250.
This game.
It's tickled Lauren's pickle, but he is in trouble now. He was going to burn. No, he's not! Look at that! Smoke grenade in his grasp. He keeps himself alive.
I mean, how much money has just been poured in to kill just him? You think about all that utility, all the cost of it, just flooded in. I mean, he's doing pretty good considering he's got one bit of armor and a P250 that's been traded over to Jacob now.
If they can get the rifle at Sandbag here and they can push the CTs back off of this aggressive line that they have, then they can start working with something because we can see with the radar on your top left of the screen that the A defense right now is very, very passive. They don't know if anyone's in boiler, if they're close top middle. All those avenues are open and they will get this rifle. So they've picked up the M4 Gratisfaction. Can work with it here. Maybe not the man. Oh, actually, he's got 18 kills to his name. We've got Jacob on 18 as well. Liaz on 19, so he could get something done. And as long as they trade off of each other, use a pistol to bait, find the position, use the rifle to convert the kill.
0 util, so it will be just simply a question of timing. And sound cues, of course, from the CTs. Rare to see, almost an entire team. In fact, it was an entire team in the apartment area. Gratisfaction, I will remind you, is the member with the recovered M4 from Kusta's corpse. Bentet gets a warning shot from Jacob. He's doing well. He's done better. Surely not. 2 eco victories for each team back-to-back. That would be ridiculous. They have the site, they have the plant, and it's time for an after plant. 2 rifles now. Keep track of that. Liaz, only 6 HP with that, but he does have the Kevlar vest. Not really going to save him at this instance.
They might even consider a save.
That seems absurd.
The money's poor, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, and these are the end games. These are the bits where it all starts falling apart. If they don't get a pick now, one nade could do some big damage. Oh, come on, Som, keep it together. Som, the absolute turret. Azza's still standing, though. Azza in the 1v2 just has to buy time. He's doing the dance. He's doing everything he could, but Som is there, and they've got a kit this time. It's still going to be damn close, though.
Wow, Gen.G, they take the 13th. I thought the Thieves had done enough. So much hard work. Chad's mouth agape. It was Som. Just turned it on.
How does he run in and get 2? Like one I'll give him. How does he get away with 2 frags there entering into the site? That was ridiculous right there. Okay, so backs against the wall at this point. Both teams' money, it's all right. Okay, the money's not fantastic on either side of things here. We haven't been able to string out too much of a lead. So
this was a shot as well. This was how they got into the site in the first place. Manages to tap away into the head of Bentet in the flash. But here comes Som, just opening up the site with 2 headshot angles very quick. And Azza, I mean, you have to give him credit. He had no HP, couldn't really take that duel, was trying to juke him out. A couple more seconds of that. But Som far too prepared, and another heart-wrenching loss for the Thieves. Felt like they did so much heavy lifting with so little there. Not out of the realms of possibility to turn it on, of course, or turn it around would make more sense. But heading into round 26, we're really at the business end of this series. If you look in the top right, a quick recap. It started oh so long ago on Vertigo. And, well, looking for that conclusion, we've seen nearly 30 rounds in every single one of these maps, and no exception here.
Well, it's good to be back in CS. It's a good welcome back. This is a fun one. Honestly, I've missed this.
We don't do things in half measures here, Lauren.
No, apparently not. I was thinking, oh, nice little 2-0, back home, nice early night. No. Back into the AM, but a good piece up towards Banana, and that's Club Som. Who's going to go that? It's Kusta who's won it, but that's just kind of stemmed the bleeding for now. That was a really paced attack from the 100 Thieves. They just ran that.
They did have a lot of success with B executes earlier, right? So going for the banana control here, it pushes them back, it forces out a big chunk of utility, and once again, Daps up on this boost. I spoke about in the pregame him being the swingman. Well, he's actually spent quite a lot of time over towards this B bomb site. And with banana control so early, Tees can just set up and execute and go, but it didn't work so well for them in the previous. Bogdan's Law coming into play here as Rat will be dropping the AWP over towards Azza. They have 3 Molotovs, 2 smokes. Are they going to go for the utility and then see if they can deal with the smoke molly defense, or are they going to go for more of a contact play? Here we go, limping a smoke on in, Molotov over towards the coffin position. They're going for a different approach here.
Yeah, I like Kusta's position though. Dabs, speculative shots. He's actually dropped straight onto the Molotov. It hasn't spread. He's safe behind the new box. And wow, this is interesting. I love it from the Thieves. They're all going to arrive at once from so many different angles, and just like that, they overwhelm. Nothing they can do. Bomb to be planted, and Automatic and Ben to have a conversation to have now. Do we go? It's going to be Automatic waiting for Bentet's cue of either save or go. Do I keep moving? He's going to be staring at Nubox, and so he can contribute from that safe position as that smoke fades. Bentet's going to go for a construction angle of approach. Molotov to force out the player, and there it is. Okay, we've got a 2v2. We've got kits. We've even got a smoke. I love this. Automatic, can he smoke site or banana? I'd love one of them.
Got to get moving.
Are we committing? You're right. Looks like they hasn't got time. A good shot from Automatic. He swaps to the AK. Smoke defuse. Maybe. No, not got it. Does not have the time. He'll be getting away, and it doesn't look like he's even going to preserve the rifle. Liaz, he'll go down with the ship, but a success all the same.
Everybody died in that round, and neither team has great money right now. One of the good things for the Thieves is they continue to get plants. If you look at the round recap of the last few, there's 4 rounds there that were diffusers out of the last 6. That means that the money continues to get stimulated with those, but this one here, because they run by elimination, it won't be showing up as the bomb detonation, even though it did go off there once the round was concluded. The money for the Thieves should be looking a little bit better, and yeah, here it is. You can see they've got the AK-47s, a MAC-10, and a UMP in play. On the CT side of things, though, MP... Oh, aggression, here we go!
I love it.
There's a fire burning under Gen.G, and they know they've got to deliver now. Automatic post. Oh, he second-guessed himself, it felt, for a second, and JKS is going to just dismantle that in a second, checking second mid rather than focusing straight down. It's been the downfall, and now it comes all the way down to Bentet with the deagle.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. The flash is good. He should get one. Not going to get the second. He actually did. Doubles up. Gratisfaction does exactly the same right back. And so now just the CZ in the hands of Som. He's hit some fantastic shots, but not really the weapon of choice for a 1 versus 3 retake.
Oh, and this should be it, right? Yeah. Think about the money control right here. 100 Thieves, they're probably not going to lose any more players. Som maybe just goes for an exit kill or something.
Full force from Gen.G.
And that was an all-in, right? That was at the poker table. They've called the bluff. They've shoved all in. They've gone for something very, very audacious that hasn't panned on out. The money situation here, you have to think about their loss bonus. What are we going to be looking at? We're going to be looking at 1,900. So,
sheesh.
Yikes.
I mean, do we ever see players alternate towards playing for the 15, playing for the OT?
100 Thieves did in the previous. Yeah, they played for OT on Nuke, but on the CT side, there's never a good place to find yourself.
It's hard to justify one way or the other, right?
Yeah, so 2K right now is probably the factor of what we're looking at around the majority of the players' money for the CT side of Gen.G. If they go for a full buy here, that means going into next is only going to be 2,400. So they have to save. They don't really have a choice. They have to save.
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing to contribute here. So a stack, perhaps. Som with the armored pistol elsewhere. No, it's going to be Daps who's just taken a USP towards the B site. Now, if 100 Thieves approach this with caution, restraint, and coordination, there is not a single thing Gen.G squad can do here. A stack towards the quad side. I do like it. Powerful if you walk in.
I don't mind it. I love people trying anything in these rounds because you're not
creative.
Technically meant to win them, even though we've seen so many of these rounds go very curious ways.
Skew if.
Skew if.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's another word that I've not heard in a while. Skew if. But yeah, you're bang on.
Ooh, what a shot!
Jacob, lovely stuff from him. Why do I sound like Pat from the the market? Lovely stuff.
Oh, lovely.
Not again.
I'm a bit worried here, Alex.
Wait, hang on a second. Let me take stock. Bomb is down. They said the Thieves really shouldn't be losing anything. And Jake came down to a scrap of health. An AK in the hands of Som now. And he is kind of down to Liaz. He's in a very powerful position. He should be able to stem.
They should save these rifles, right? I know it feels really tempting to go for this right here, but the likelihood of winning a retake on the A bomb site, even though we've seen them do it time and time before.
Just trapped, essentially?
No, he's going to. They're just trying to wait and see if they can get a couple more exits, or if somebody wants to overpeak here. He's going to try and get away with this AK. Yeah, they're just going to do as much damage as they can because both teams know. They know the economy situation is in dire straits right here. This is just damage. That's all this is right here.
Keeping your gratisfaction on the site. That's great stuff.
Nice.
So you saved 2 AKs, and you've taken 4 members down on a full eco. I don't think it gets better than that for Gen.G.
It's really not bad, is it? I mean, you're working with the finest of margins, right? You're looking for those tiny percentages that make the difference. That was real nice. But it just kind of got dicey from this point out. I was looking at this like, well, there it is.
It looked like Jacob's teammate landed on his head as well. What a cool little
totem
double
pole.
peek. Just a totem pulse, like circle strafe onto the hay bales.
All right, so with this last round coming up to play right here, the economy wasn't fantastic on all of the players on the Gen.G side. Those saved rifles, they will probably stay in the hands of the players which did save them, and utility will be bought behind that. But not everybody's going to have all the goodies they require unless somebody wants to go for a FAMAS or a UMP, something which is not as potent as an M4A4 or an M4A1S. Don't see too many of those rocking around these days. So you can see like Som, he's had to opt for a FAMAS instead. We've got a couple of defuse kits in play, but pretty much across the board, it's almost a full buy. So you can't get away with anything too cheeky here if you're the Thieves. You can't just exploit the map knowing that there isn't any utility coming on out. We will be lacking a Molotov on automatic, but he tends to play over towards that A bomb site, so not hugely important in the start of the round. And the Thieves can probably just continue to rinse and repeat. They're getting banana control relatively easily. They were getting bracket control earlier in the piece quite easily. There's no rush on this. You want to keep it patient.
Yeah, I've spotted some serious analysis here as well, Chad. Bentet left his P250 at spawn.
Oh no.
So he's only got a USP. Just keep that in mind, just in case. Nice little lineup for Som. Jokes aside, looks like he's got a nice little HE. He'll be bouncing off the skybox to catch his faction. Actually, it's a bit deeper. Nice by the half wall. Keep that one in mind. But for now, banana control is firmly in the hands of the 100 Thieves.
It's going to be a bit of a nail bite here for the 100 Thieves. These rounds have been close. They're on 15. They're right on the verge of it, but these have been really, really brutal. Jacob with the same sort of piece. He did that before with the flash to follow, nice and quickly. Same again. Going through the motions, the routine, and it's hard to read into. We've seen a lot of looks from the 100 Thieves on their T side. It's not an easy one to script and figure out. So for the CTs, you can't cheat that player over. It looks like he's got automatic tempted. He's sitting deep towards that CT arch, and Alex, it looks like it's going to end on B here.
Yeah, this is the same thing we've seen before. The floor is about to become flame. And they will be pushing in on the back of it. Japs are loading a full clip with nothing to show for it, and that's their cue. They know there's a reload on the card through the smoke. Gratisfaction tags up 1. They get across. 2 bodies now set up on the site. Make it 3, even 4 if Jacob wants to cross as well. Liaz going to start to get that bomb down. 2 just throwing wildly through the stained glass, but nothing's connecting. It's going to be a 5v4 for the retake. Could be the last round of play here. That's a lovely smoke from Daps for the banana. They have the utility for this retake, but it all hangs in the balance. 4 frags, and the Thieves take the series.
It's a nice start with a nade, but they need more than that. They still have the mollies, they still have the smokes, but Gratisfaction just takes that as the go signal. And the swing, again, he's shutting it down by himself. Automatic can't do enough, and it's over and done with. 100 Thieves pull it together at the end, and that was